Hi, and welcome to another episode of Westies and Besties Podcast. Today, I am delighted to actually have with us somebody who has been with us from the start since Westies and Besties magazine was established, coming up to half a decade now. So she's been a member of our panel of experts. Her name is Faye, and she's a
osteopath. Yeah,
osteopath. Yep, that's her. I thought there was another ism at the end of it, but never mind. Let's move on. So osteopath, absolutely fantastic at what she does. She's also been a Westie guardian for many years as well. So this is what we're going to delve into on this episode. So again, Faye, welcome. It's great to have you on. Fantastic.
Hi,
How are you keeping? You well?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Busy as ever, but hey, always got time for you guys.
Oh, that's brilliant. Fantastic. Great. So, Faye, for people who haven't heard of you, can you just give them a bit of a background on what got you into your profession? And then we'll talk about Westies and issues with dogs.
Oh, blimey. How long you got? So I had a background in international sport when I was younger. And got into osteopathy through basically my badminton coach. His daughter was an osteopath. Did all my exams, got to osteopathy in 97, qualified in 2002. So that's just the human side of things. Set up my own business straight away called Bodywise Osteopathy and went back to teach human osteopathy in 2007. I was at my old university, which was one of the most prestigious in Europe, up in London for about 15 years until I moved to Nescot, which is North East Surrey College of Technology, which has a higher education department. Took over the running of year 2, so I'm now head of year as well as teaching technique and human disease and dysfunction. I've been there now 4 years, so I think it's a total of about 18 years of teaching, coming into my 19th year. In 2007, I got my first Westie. 2009, I did an introduction to small animal osteopathy. From there, I started treating my own dogs and friends' dogs. And in 2015, I started a master's in animal osteopathy. So that was both dogs and horses in order to get the master's. Qualified from that in 2018, was back teaching animal osteopathy in 2016 while I was still doing the course with them. They asked me back to teach. And I've been teaching animal osteopathy ever since. And now I have recently just set up with a previous student of mine on Canine Osteopathy, a Facebook page called Bodywise Canine. So if anyone's interested, there's Google Bodywise Canine on Facebook, and at the top you've got a little picture of my 3 Westies sat on a bench. It's quite cute. It is a very nice picture, I have to say. But that was taken down near Bournemouth when I was teaching animal osteopathy one day. So it's sat over the cliffs of the coast, south coast. That page is there for any dog owners. Doesn't matter, Westies, Labradors, boxers, you name it, any dog owner who just wants a bit of free advice. We're not charging anybody. It's completely free. But we have a holistic vet on there who I also taught animal osteopathy to. We have a behaviourist on there. She does a behavioural Wednesdays for us. But we're just trying to give out some free advice for people, just to allay any concerns when they go to the vet goes, oh, well, I want them to do this. What's your thoughts? And it's like, well, yes, but have you looked at this? It gives them an alternative thought process. And if we can help and give them any advice that they can then take back to their vet, then great. So I get quite a few people emailing me saying, could you just take a quick look at this video for my dog, see what you think? And I'm like, yeah, I think it might be X, Y, and Z. Go and get your vet to do this, this, and this. And then let me know what's going on. So that's been up and running for about a year now. And along with that, we've then started writing little courses for dog owners as well. But if anyone's a therapist, any therapist could come and join Bodywise Canine as well. It's free for all, as we say. It is a private group. So information, especially if somebody comes to me with a case, another therapist with a case, we don't want the stuff bandied around on Facebook. So it is a very private group. It's a closed group, but come and apply. Just ask, request, or to be a member, and we just let you in. It's all fine.
Wow,
The more the merrier.
So if anybody's really interested and want to reach out to you, they can email you at bodywisecanine@gmail.com. Yeah,
That's the one. Yeah, or just find the Bodywise page on Facebook, and we'll accept you. Just put a request in to join, and we'll accept it. For any of the courses that we've got out there at the moment, we've got a massage course for dog owners. So it's the basics of massage. There's videos to go along with it, so people don't have loads and loads to read, but we have done the background of massage, why massage is important, what the benefits of massage are, how it works. We go into bullet points on how to do all the techniques, which coincides with the videos as well. And then we've got a nice big hyperlink to a big muscle booklet that I've created myself. My friend Jay very kindly has put it all together and edited it, 'cause she's a superhuman on computers. I'm not. So she's done all the editing for me. And we've put that out there. It's a standalone course. So once you buy it, that's it. It's yours for life. You don't have to repay. You don't have to renew it or anything like that. It's out there for 70 quid at the moment. So if anyone's interested, just email us at bodywisecanine@gmail.com and we'll send you out the bank details. Once it's paid, then we'll send you the link to the course.
So this is like a beginner's guide course on how to massage your dog properly. So
we give you 4 basic techniques that aren't going to hurt your dog, are only going to benefit your dog. So there's nothing untoward there. Obviously, we've got a disclaimer out there that says, it's your responsibility. We can't take responsibility for that. And if there is anything underlying, you need to get vet approval first or seek veterinary advice first. But it's something you could just do sort of like maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes a night while you're watching TV with your dog, just to help improve the range of motion of the joints, keep them nice and supple, keep them nice and fit and healthy. And it's something I do with my dogs every day. And I've got 8 of them, so it takes me a very long time. But, I've actually taught my other half how to do it, so she could do some of them while I'd probably get through about 6 and she does 2. So, but that's usually our evenings, sort of a couple of times a week. And the dogs are out running around like loonies for the rest of the time. So it's obviously doing them well.
Absolutely. So this is something that you can actually look at symptoms as well, all the way through to the treatment as well. But also that will give people confidence going to the vet and discussing a bit more detail about certain issues, would it?
It will do. So the Facebook page itself, you can jump on there, throw us out a question, and it's recommended that the only people that answer the question are myself, Jay, and the 2 other people that we have on there as admin. Because what we don't want is we don't want lots of people giving their own opinions, but it's not validated by anything. So whatever advice you get back, it's going to be qualified advice, if you like. So that's on the Facebook page. With the massage course, we do go through, if your dog's slightly stiff, you could do this, you could do that. These are the techniques that you could use to kind of just alleviate a little bit of stiffness. And we have a section on there for sporting dogs, and how to get them fit and prepared for competitions. We also have a section on there, which I think is very, very useful for the older dog that started to suffer with a bit of arthritis, and how to keep them supple, how to keep them mobile, how to keep them moving and maintain a good quality of life for them.
So is this all sort of natural that somebody can do, or do they have to purchase like red light therapy equipment?
No, all natural, all hands on. Wow. Even you could do it, Alex.
That's great. I mean, if you're saying I can do it, then everybody's got a chance at doing this. Yeah,
everyone's got a chance. We've sold a few of them. We haven't. It's only just come out. We've sold a few, and all the feedback so far has been amazing. I've even had people say to me that I didn't think I'd be able to do this. I'm not a hands-on person. I'm not a practical person, but oh my God, it is just laid out so well that I can follow it. I could go back to it if I need to. And and I could just watch the videos and I can just copy along. And, you know, it is all explained within the video how much pressure to put on. So for certain techniques, it's like we say, imagine pressing your eyeball. How much pressure will your eyeball take? And that's how much pressure you use for this particular technique. So everything is very, very guided and clearly laid out for people. And it is just one of those that everybody that's taken the course has said so far that it is fantastic and it's exactly what they needed and their dogs are benefiting from it.
Well, yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, 100%
Yeah.
is to just improve the quality of life of their dogs, you know. And
Exactly.
if you imagine it for the price, £70, I mean, how much is a normal consultation at the vets these days? Is it around about the same price or not too far off? But how many times
Well, I
would you
think,
need to go and actually to the vet to discuss this topic where it's probably going to be in the hundreds of pounds, and for 70
yeah,
quid you can
yeah.
do
I
it
mean,
yourself.
my vets are about £60 just for a consult, and that's before
Yeah,
you get anything else that you come out the other end with. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, so that's £60 for them to have a consult to go, yeah, you've got a bit of arthritis. Okay, but that's great. Well, yes, you can use Metacam. It's an anti-inflammatory. There's plenty of other anti-inflammatories out there. You could, but you're going back for top-up medication, which is costing you all the time. And whilst I'm not saying that this will mean that you don't need to use it, it's an add-on, and everything works in conjunction with one another. There's no one thing that will work. So a lot of my older dogs that I treat, we go, right, okay, we're on maybe paracetamol from the vet or an anti-inflammatory, but do these massage techniques. It will benefit your dog. And it's a conjunction of the 2 or 3, the treatment with me, the things they could do at home, the exercises I could give them, that then benefits the dog. It's no one given thing.
Fair play. So great. So that's available. Everything's on the links underneath here as well for people to get quick access to those particular platforms to get access to that. It sounds absolutely fantastic. I don't think there's anything out there on the market as well, particularly from the sort of knowledge and the experience that you've had for over 2 decades, you
I
know?
know.
So, I mean,
I think I
that's the
need a new
value.
career. No,
Or maybe,
I couldn't have another career. I love what I do far too much. And now
yeah.
I'm working with dogs as well. All ends of dogs, you know, those that are sort of end of life, keeping them comfortable, maintaining quality of life, to those that are young, doing competitions. You know, I've got a massive spectrum of dogs that I treat, and do you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world, Alex. It's heaven.
There's worse jobs out there, isn't there? There's worse
Oh,
jobs. I mean, let's
there
face
are.
it.
Do you know what?
Wow.
It doesn't feel, I have to say, my job doesn't feel like I'm going to work. It's great.
This is fantastic. I mean, it's great also for mental health as well. You know, it's like ourselves and Kim and the team here at Westies Besties. Every morning you open up your laptop and you go onto something, you see an image of a dog, a little Westie, or a little group of Westies, or other types of dog breeds. It's just fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
myself and Kim's background has been also corporate, big PLC publishing companies, very cool, very industrial. You know, very commercial as well, of course. Um, we've had quite a lot of success as well ourselves, but this is the most rewarding that we've done in our publishing careers, spanning nearly 30 years each. So how can you not love a day at work? It's not work though, is it really, to be
It's
fair?
not. It's
No.
not. And I tell you, the one thing that I've really noticed, which is the one thing that I absolutely adore about my job, is that I can treat a human and they'll go, great, here's your money. I'll see you next week. And you're like, right, okay. Do you actually appreciate just how much effort I put into making you stand up straight? Okay, fair enough. They almost see it, and I'm not saying all patients do it, but it's almost sometimes it's seen as it's well, I'm paying you to get me better, and that's fine because that is what they're doing. But when I treat a dog, dogs can't lie.
Mm.
They are. It might take me a little while, or them a little while to get used to me, maybe trust me, realise that actually you are trying to help. It's fine. And I had one last week. It was actually a boxer, and he was a lovely chap, but he really didn't like anyone touching his legs. But by the time I'd finished, he was like all over me. He was like, "Oh yeah, you can touch my legs, no problem. Here you go." But he took a little while for him just to go, "Oh, actually, you're not going to try and cut my nails, and you're not going to yank my leg, and actually everything's fine." But what I find with dogs, and it's all dogs that I treat, is that once they realise that you're there to help them, they are so loving and so giving of their emotions. And the number of times I could just be standing there talking to them and they're literally leaning all over me, almost knocking me over, because they just know that I'm the nice one. I'm the one that's going to help them, make them feel really good. And it's the appreciation they give you and the love that they give you. And that, to me, if I didn't have to pay a mortgage, I'd just do it for free.
We should have a chat about that from a commercial standpoint, to be fair.
Yeah, it's probably not a great idea, is it? Somebody pay my mortgage and I'll just treat the dogs for free. It's fine.
I totally get where you're coming from, though. Yeah, it's you mentioned that appreciation from these dogs, and it's so pure. They're so pure, though, aren't they? Yeah, it's there's no agenda or anything like that at all. It's just, oh, thank you very much. I feel so better about that. Thank you.
And often the next time I come in, they're like, they know I've got a few dogs, got a couple of bosses. They come from sort of North London, and as soon as they get out the car, they know where to go. They're literally down the steps and into the practice. They're like, "Come on, mum, hurry up! It's my treatment time." And it's absolutely hilarious. You see the dogs getting out the car, and they're pulling their owners to the door. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's so good because they obviously feel comfortable being there. They feel comfortable around me, and they're benefiting. And that's the nicest thing I can see, to be honest.
Yeah, fantastic. So you mentioned earlier on your website, I had about 3 Westies on there.
Yes.
So tell us about the Westies. How many Westies have you had? What were their names?
Well, I've had how many? 5 in total now. So Duchess was my very first Westie. She was in 2007, and she actually really got me into canine osteopathy. She was a Westie. She broke the mold. She was she was sold to me as a Westie. She's definitely had Westie traits, but I think she had part Bichon in her as well. But she was one of the most kindest, loving dogs you've ever met. I mean, she would play with any dog in the park. She ended up with two bionic knees because she had cruciate surgeries on both. She ended up with Cushing's disease as well, but she didn't moan. She had that for 5 years before we lost her. Usually the lifespan of that is about 2 to 3. And I honestly, and even my vet at the time said, purely down to how you treat them and how you've looked after them and the diet you've put them on. So, I mean, I still remember to this day that we were in the park and she was playing with a puppy schnauzer, I think it was. And this little dog was running around and I was talking to the owner and they were running around together and everything was great. And all of a sudden, Duchess just stopped at my feet. It looked at me and looked at the dog. And I was like, "Well, what's wrong?" And I looked at the dog and the dog had like one of these ice lolly sticks in its mouth. And she just very gently went over and she literally just took it out of its mouth, came back and dropped it at my feet. And as soon as I picked it up, it's like, right, we can carry on playing now, that's fine. And it was just like, oh my God, that is just, wow. So she was my first ever Westie. And then a couple of years later, we got Sweetie. So Duchess left us in 2021. She was about 14. Sweetie, we got her in 2009. There was literally probably about 3 weeks between their birthdays, which was obviously 3 weeks and 2 years, but it was really handy because I could remember the birthdays. She again, when I got her, she was really good. We ended up having to have a luxating patella repaired for her. But again, through osteopathy, I kind of managed to keep her out of surgery for about 8 years. So that was really handy, and very cost effective as well, really. But if it wasn't for Duchess, I probably wouldn't be here now. When she was a puppy, she sat down on the edge of the skirting board on the point, and then just couldn't put any weight on her legs. So I took her down to the vet, and the vet that I saw was very quick to try and say, "Oh, it's her hip. It's Perthes disease," which is where the ball of the socket in the hip joint doesn't form properly. And I was like, I'm not sure that it is that, because it's happened after an incident. Surely that would be sort of something that would show up over time, not after an incident. And he was like, well, yeah. And I went, but Perthes disease is the same in dogs as in humans, right? And he was like, yes. And I went, it's not Perthes disease. So he was very quick to then tell me to go away and treat it myself once he found out I was a canine osteopath. And I went, right, but you're the vet. I need a diagnosis by law. That's the way it works. And he said, well, just give us some anti-inflammatories. I'll see you at the end of the week. And I was like, right. So that was a nice lot of money spent for not a lot, right? So I I went away and did loads of research into it. And as I was watching her run down the garden, she kind of did like this hop, skip, and a jump to a stop. And I went, well, that's deceleration through the knee. It's a knee problem. So when I went back I started feeling around the knee, and she wasn't too comfortable around her kneecap. And I went, I think you partially dislocated your kneecap. So I went back to him at the end of the week, and I went, I think this is what happened. And he went, really? And I went, yeah, but you're touching around her hip. She's not complaining. As soon as he went to her knee, she was like, yeah, you could get off of that, mate. And he turned around and he went, well, I think you know how to treat your dog, so carry on. And I was like, right, but I've just paid you money for me to tell you what was wrong with my dog. Which is then why I got into the profession, and why I'm giving as much free advice as possible, because I don't want people to be in the same position. So those are my first two Westies. They absolutely loved herring around the park. They got into agility. In the latter years, Sweetie started doing hoopers, and everybody at Hoopers absolutely loved her. She trots up quite happily, this 14-year-old Westie going, yeah, okay, fine, I'll just do it. And she has such a grin on her face. She just stole everyone's hearts. But I lost her at the end of last year. Very, very suddenly. It came out of nowhere. We got back from holiday in Italy with the dogs. We take all of them with us. And no, I don't have a transit van. I only have a Kia Sportage. So we got back from Italy with all the dogs, and that was mid-September, and by November she'd gone. Literally out of nowhere, she just lost weight. One morning she woke up crying with a really distended stomach, had diarrhea, and I went, something's not right. Went to the vet, and they said, well, unless you told us that, we'd say nothing was wrong with her, because literally as soon as she ended up passing her bowels and having diarrhea, she was absolutely fine again. But by the end they tried some medication. By the end of the week, it still wasn't right. And I went back in and I said, right, now let's get some bloods done. And the bloods were off the scale. And they said, oh, it's end-stage kidney disease. I said, but how does that happen in the space of about 3 months from when her last blood test was? They went, we have no idea. But I said, it sounds very much like it's a cancer. So we lost her at the end of November. Was absolutely no way are we going to get another dog. Absolutely not. Can't do it. And I said, well, I wanted another dog for Sweetie, because the Duchess would go and do her blood test for her Cushing's disease, and Sweetie would be just around the house looking for her, crying. So we decided to get another Westie. But in the meantime, my other half has seen these 2 Cocker Spaniels. And we ended up taking Duchess and Luna up to Yorkshire, staying in a hotel, picking up the 2 Spaniels the next morning in Manchester, and then driving to Derbyshire to then get Luna, and then driving all the way back down south. So we went up with 2 and came back with 5.
As you do.
As you do. Kiala came about literally 4 weeks, well, probably about 4 weeks after we lost Duchess. And I swear to God, Duchess kind of knew that Kiala was around, but hung on until she was definitely out of the woods and she was safe. What we didn't know about Kiala, which we only found out when I went to pick up Honey from the same breeder, and actually Luna, Kiala and Honey are great aunt and niece, is that actually Kiala was stillborn, and she spent 30 minutes reviving Kiala. So she is the breeder's perfect little favourite, but she let us have her because obviously she knew Duchess and she knew me with Luna, and she said she's got to go to you if you're ready to have her. She's yours. And then just on a mad whim, I think it was last year, we ended up with Honey, who has just turned 1. And yeah, out of nowhere, we ended up going and getting another Westie, pretty much because my breeder, and I'm blaming my breeder for this, she put on Facebook pictures of the puppies, and I went, "Oh my God, look, they're so cute." And the other half's like, "No, I'm not looking because we'll want another puppy." And I said, "No, look, seriously, look at these." I was quite happy not to have another puppy. She saw the puppies and fell in love. Went, "Well, we're going to have one." I went, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I went, "Okay, we'll go get another puppy then." So that's how I've now had 5 Westies. But we also share the house with 3 Cocker Spaniels. And what else we got? We've got just helped out a friend of mine with her little dog. Her mum can't look after it, so we've now got that as a rescue. And we've got a Romanian rescue, which is a Corgi Jack Russell cross that we call Lazy Maisie, who every time we go on holiday, we kind of dress her up. Well, actually, we don't dress her up. We put her on the sunbed, put a sun hat on with sunglasses, and then loads of beer cans around her. And it's absolutely hilarious. It's become a running theme with Maisie now. So we're going to produce a calendar. Because we've done Christmas, we've done Easter with all the the doggy Easter eggs around her. We've done lots of holiday photos with her lounging on a sunbed with empty beer cans that aren't mine. They're my other halves because I don't drink. Yeah, they're hilarious photographs. So I think we are going to produce a calendar for Maisie at this rate.
Awesome.
I'll sell it via Westies and Besties with some Westies on it. How about that?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. We can help you sell that in our Christmas gift guide edition
there you go.
For
If you
December.
I will come up with, we're going on holiday again soon, so I'll come up with some more fantastic photos and we'll have every month covered.
Fantastic. So you've got 2 Westies. So you got Luna and you got Honey. Yep.
3, Kiala as well. Yeah, so we've got
Kiala, right. Yes,
Luna is the great aunt, Kiala is the auntie, and then Honey is the niece. So they're all family tied.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
From the same breeder.
Fantastic.
I know, they're a gorgeous bunch. I wouldn't be without my Westies.
There's just something special about the breed, isn't they? They're just so unique.
There's no 2 Westies that are the same. All 3 Westies I've had, actually all 5 Westies I've had, have all been completely different. No one Westie is the same as another one. Unlike some other breeds where you might get sort of put 20 Labradors in a room and you might get 2 or 3 of them that are very similar in personality. You put 20 Westies in a room and they're all different.
Like the Westitude, the character is so strong as well, aren't they?
They just look at you and go, "Yeah, you really want me to do that? Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to go and do this." And it's like, right, okay, which one of us is in charge? Because it's sure as hell ain't me.
Yeah, they rule the house, don't they? It's their house. We're just the visitor. We're the guest.
There's exactly. I just feed them, I walk them, I look after them, but it's their house.
I think their mindset is like, oh, this person's followed me around. I'll give them
Yeah.
my orders rather than the other way around.
Probably,
Yeah, 100%. I've got to.
probably.
Yeah,
They're definitely a big dog in a small dog's clothing. And somebody said to
100%.
me, they went, "Oh, I'd love to have a dog, but I haven't got the space for a big dog. I want a big dog." And I was like, "Go and get a Westie." And they're like, "Really?" And I went, "Oh, yes. If you want one of those dogs that you haven't got the space for, but you want a big dog that's got a personality, go and get a Westie."
You can have a Westie anyway. You can have it in a one-bedroom flat in the city, or you can have it out in the country in a big, massive field. They're so adaptable, aren't they?
Oh, 100%.
As a little dog breed.
You know, I'm very lucky where I live, in the fact that, you know, we live in the suburbs of London. So we're actually classed as Greater London, but, you know, we've got lots of lovely parks around. And 20 minutes we're in the countryside, or I can, you know, half an hour and I'm up in London. So we're very lucky where we are. You know, if the weather's really bad and it's really muddy, we can go do nice street walks and we can walk a different route all the time. But we've got sort of 4 or 5 parks that are very, very local to us that are massive. And I could just let them off and they can go and run, and that's it. So, yeah, I'm very lucky where I live, to be honest. And they get a different look and a different exercise routine every day.
Great, yeah, fantastic. But we ours was Buffy, and he would decide. He would let us know which little route he would like to go. He had about 4 or 5 different routes, and depending on how he felt, you know, some were varied in distance. So some could be out in the woods in the back field, or it could be down the pavement. You know, he would tell us that. It was just unbelievable. So
they give you that look.
If we knew he,
don't they? Yeah. No, we're not going that way. We're going this way. And you're like, no, come on this way. And you're like, no, we're going that way. And it's like, okay, we're going that way then.
And if they don't want to move, honestly, he's trying to maneuver a cow.
Yes. For such a small dog, they don't move that easily.
Oh, the males are very sturdy as well, aren't they?
Yes.
You know, they put all the weight down on little paws. Yeah. And if they don't want to go somewhere, they won't go. Yeah. They won't budge until you release the leash. We used to have him on a harness, but he would then we'd release the lead to the harness, and then he would then decide to toddle off. I'm going this way today. Never mind where you want to go. This is my walk. I'm in charge. Yes. I'm going here.
You've just driven.
We would always say,
"You've just driven me there. It's now my walk."
Exactly. Who do you think you are? My boss.
They put the brakes on. It's like, I'm not going anywhere. And it's like, you can see the harness going over there. And you're like, okay, where are you going? We're going that way. Oh, okay.
And off they trot.
Yeah. See, everything's all right now.
Brilliant. Absolutely. The characters. If you just want to laugh at a dog breed all day just because of not their attitude, the personalities, then get a Westie. Unbelievable.
Dutch has had me in hysterics one year. I was in I didn't have a lot of time between walking her, getting home, going back to work. And we were in the park and we were walking along the tree line and we were coming up to the main path that goes down to the mansion house in the park that we're at. And because it had been worn away at the side of the path, it created big muddy puddles. And I was like, don't you dare. Seriously, don't you dare. And she was walking along the tree line and she looked at the puddle and I went, don't even think about it. And she just looked over her shoulder at me and went, what? And I was like, okay. Trotted off a bit further. I went, I mean it. Don't even think about it. And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Trotted off towards the puddle. I'm like, Duchess. And she's like, I'm just sniffing this bit of grass. And before you knew it, she had her 4 legs in this muddy puddle. And she sat down with her right hip in the puddle, got up and looked at me and almost gave me 2 fingers and walked off the other side. And I'm like, you little, this guy was walking up the path, absolutely wetting himself. And I'm like, I can't be angry. That was actually really funny. You really did just give me 2 fingers, didn't you? And so, never a
Talk
dull
about
day with a
Westie tuned.
Western. Never a dull day with a Westie, I tell you. There's always something.
Cracks me up. They just look behind, don't they? Just tilt the head back and they just see it in their eyes, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's this mischievous look
Yeah.
just going, oh,
Uh-huh.
it's like having a 2-year-old child. You know, they're just
Yes.
pushing the boundaries all the
Yes.
time, aren't they?
Yes. And the temper tantrums you can get. Oh, Kiala has her favourite teddy, and if anyone else nicks her teddy, she sits there and she screams. And it's a scream until you go, okay, I'll get the teddy for you. And it's like, so Autumn had it, so one of our cockers, and she jumped up onto the seats in the conservatory, and we've got some bedding up there, so it was quite high up, so Kiala couldn't get up to it. And Autumn was up there, she had Mr. Ted, and Kiala walked past, and she was like, no, everything's fine. Walked in, suddenly went, and just started screaming at the top of her voice. And it was like, what is wrong with you, child? And then I realised that Autumn had Mr. Ted. So I had to get Mr. Ted off Autumn and give it to Kiara. And she was as happy, she ran off going, yeah, I've got my teddy back now. And it's like, oh my God, it's like having a child in the house. Seriously.
Oh, they certainly keep us busy, don't they? It just brings so much laughter and joy to our lives, don't they?
They do.
Unbelievable.
They keep me sane, because if I didn't have them, I'd probably be in a nut house somewhere.
Right, so let's go into our quick fire round, okay?
Okay.
So just got a few questions for the Westie, but answered by you, okay? So out of the 3 Westies you have, which one would you like to pick?
Oh, it depends what the questions are going to be. Luna's she's quite sensitive. She's my little sensitive soul. I think Kiana is probably the one that is probably the most mischievous, followed rapidly by Honey. So let's go for Kiana, because that could be quite a laugh.
Awesome. Okay. Ready?
Oh, go on then.
Right.
Pressure's on.
Favourite snack?
Oh, pork sausage. JR pork sausages.
Great. Walks or cuddles?
Oh, she probably loves a walk more than a cuddle. Although, if there's an evening, she'll have a cuddle over the walk.
Squeaky toy or tennis ball?
Neither. It's Mr. Ted.
Right. Beach or countryside?
Beach.
Zoomies level, couch potato or Tasmanian devil?
Oh, no, if that was Luna, that would be Tasmanian devil. Kiara's probably just slightly below that.
Perfect. Most used nickname?
We have several for her, actually. Her nickname is actually Lala. We have a Teletubby called Lala for her.
Belly rubs or ear scratches?
Belly rubs.
During a thunderstorm, hide under bed or bark at sky?
Oh, probably. Well, actually, she doesn't do either of those. She just goes, yeah, whatever. So probably she goes, yeah, whatever. To the sky, probably more than the bed.
Cool. Guilty pleasure, for example, stealing socks, that type of thing?
Mr. Ted.
Perfect. Style, neat and tidy or scruffy and proud?
Oh, she is actually very neat and tidy.
Oh, well, she's a lady, isn't she? So,
I know, she's a lady.
Okay, that makes sense.
She's very stylish as well. We've got some cute outfits. For the winter jumpers, I mean jumpers. I don't dress my dogs up otherwise.
Do you have jumpers and jackets or just jumpers for the winter?
We tend to use Equifleece, and we have the 4-legged Equifleece suits. They're fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So we have those. We do. Oh God, we do have Christmas outfits for them. I think I'm going to blame the other half for that rather than me. Yeah, I'm not taking responsibility for that one.
Right. Okay. Right, and we've got another quick fire round, but it's for the humans, so it's for you. Faye,
oh, okay.
Okay. Quick smash all the way through these guys. Right.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
Thanks for your honesty. Right, we're cracking on anyway. Okay. Come on, let's go. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
City break or country escape?
Country escape.
Early riser or night owl?
Oh, early riser.
Dog walk podcast or playlist?
Dog walk podcast.
if you were a dog, what breed would you be?
Westie.
Perfect answer. Yeah.
What? Is there
I don't
any
know why
other
I
breed
asked,
to
to be
be?
honest.
Any other breed to be?
One thing you can't live without, excluding your Westies.
Oh, Alex. One thing I can't live without, my other dogs.
Perfect answer. Awesome. Favorite Westie expression or look they give you?
There's so many. I do like the mischievous look that they give you because you just know something's going to happen and you're like, what are you about to do? And you're racking your brains going, oh, and you're looking around going, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? And yeah, it's that mischievous look going,
I concur. Absolutely. Instagram or Facebook?
Oh, I'm a Facebook person.
TV series binge or book with a blanket?
TV series binge.
Your dog's contact name in your phone?
I actually have them all under one name called Westies with a Z. So,
they all share the same phone then, do they?
oh yeah, I haven't got enough money to pay for 8.
Awesome, brilliant. That's fantastic, Faye. That's the end of the quick fire round. So I really appreciate that. There's some brilliant answers in that one. That's brilliant. I agree with you as well. The mischievous look. Yeah. When they look round, you know they're about to do something, but you don't know what it is.
Exactly. And you sit there and you're waiting for it going, oh, God. Yeah. It's definitely the best look you can get from a Westie.
I also like the mischievous note, but I think probably on a close second is the look that they give you is like, I'm not doing that. I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the stubbornness.
Yeah. Going, yeah, really? You want me to do that? No.
Brilliant. Fantastic, Faye. That's great. If there's anything else where people can actually find you, you're on Facebook?
Yeah, so I got the Bodywise Canine Facebook page. If anyone wants to drop me a message through your page, that's absolutely fine. Just sort of tag me in it and we can link up and I can send you links and what have you to the other pages. So yeah, I'm around, I'm free, I'm just wanting to help people as much as possible.
Brilliant, fantastic. And everybody watching, the links are at the bottom of this as well. Feel free to reach out to Faye. Absolutely fantastic. She's been with us from day one, and we continue to actually tap into her knowledge and expertise as well to help as many Westies out there as possible have a longer, happier and healthier life. So Faye, again, thanks again. Absolute star.
You're welcome, Alex.
We'll look forward to catching up with you again soon. All right.
Yeah, lovely.
Brilliant,
love
fantastic.
Take care, Alex.
Hi, we hope you loved today's episode of the Westies and Besties podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment and tune in for the next episode. Now, if you'd like to be a guest, please feel free to contact us on the details below, as we would be delighted to share your story and to meet your Westie.